I need my chef hat, baby, because we're seeing who's cooking. All right? The Fantasy Football Dummies here to let you know. Trade Garrett Wilson and Mason Taylor for Judkins and T-Mac. That one's a tough one. Garrett Wilson or Judkins. I probably have them about even. I might prefer, I think I prefer Judkins over Wilson, personally. We can go check that out. Either way, I think I'd rather have Judkins and T-Mac either way. Thank you. Trenton Haskins or Ladd at flex. That's an interesting one. I'm probably going Ladd. I think without their tackle, I think they have to throw the ball. So I think it's a good question, though. Trenton, very, very good. Appreciate you. We don't know who's running the ball either. It could be Vidal. Kittle or Ferguson rest of the season. I got Kittle. I mean, you can't dismiss that Kittle is a very good tight end right now. Kittle is one of the best tight ends in fantasy football in a very, very shallow position right now. Once Kittle comes back, I got him above. A.J. Brown, Carter or ETN. Oh, that went away quick. Garrett Wilson or Pittman this week. Okay, so that's an interesting one. So let's see the matchups. Okay, so Garrett Wilson against Denver. Very good defense. I'm not sure how Justin Fields will do in this matchup. It'll be interesting. We haven't really seen him against very good teams yet in the Jets uniform. And then we have Michael Pittman. Man, let's see. I might go. I think you have to go Garrett Wilson, right? I don't go crazy with it. Tracy or Gainwell? I'm probably going Tracy. I think he's more likely to get the work than Gainwell is, unless Warren is out, which there's a lot of questionable guys we have to really think about. Start Scadaboo, Devontae Smith, or Bill Merritt. I'd probably go Bill. Scadaboo, I'm not liking for tonight. Tracy coming back, Philadelphia Eagles matchup. It's just not a great game script for him. Devontae Smith, maybe. I see them running the ball, though. Bill Merritt, Crosby, I like him a little bit more. I think they're using him more. I'm sitting Cam Scadaboo. I love Cam Scadaboo. I hope I'm wrong. I'm a Giants fan. I get it. Shaheed and Laporta for Monty. I think I said Marty or Marv for Marv. If you have another tight end to start, I think that's fine. But Laporta's still not top. I think he's like 5 or 6 in my tight end rankings. Waller or Theo Johnson? Waller for sure. Theo or Goddard? I still got Goddard. I'm not big on the Theo Johnson stuff. I was wrong about Waller, to be fair. But the Giants used a lot of tight ends. And I just don't see him taking over like a Malik Neighbors role. I actually tonight we'll see what happens. It could be Wandell. It could be Theo. It could be nobody. It could be Tracy getting a little bit more work. But Lil Jordan Humphrey gets activated. He could be the wide receiver, X receiver on the outside, which he might get a little bit more work. If you're looking for like a desperate play at wide receiver, possibly get him. Diggs or Swift at the flex. Mason, MCC2. I probably got Stephon Diggs. You know, you have DeAndre Swift against Washington. And for the past few weeks, all we've been seeing is Diggs do well. I'm willing to say I'd rather go Diggs here. But I think it's an interesting take. I think they're both pretty even. So, Scadaboo or White? Whew. Bucky's not playing, right? If Bucky's not playing, I mean, I'm probably going White. Let's see. Yeah, I have Rachaad White ahead of him. Bro, Kyren Williams. Bro, Miguel, thank you very much. If you haven't already, make sure to like, make sure to subscribe, make sure to follow me. Make sure you're doing everything you can to support the channel. Fantasy Football for Dummies. This is free advice for you and everybody else out there. Hopefully your league mates are not watching this, as they will do well if they hear this. Miguel, bro, Kyren Williams, Rachaad White, or Krosky Merritt for flex. I appreciate you. Kyren Williams matchup, Baltimore. Yeah, Kyren Williams. You gotta go Kyren Williams. Best matchup. Sam, Chris Olave, Kittle for Waddle. I get Waddle. Oh, you went away. I'm gonna have to wait. I'm sorry. Appreciate you, Real Madrid, coming in here and giving me some likes. Thanks for joining the fan club. Where is Real Madrid? Where is your question, Real Madrid? Trade away. Oh, okay, I see you. I see you. And Jesus, I'll get to you. Thank you. Trade away Odunze, Marvin Harrison for Rashee Rice, CD, Travion. Yes, for sure. If you're getting Rashee Rice, you're basically getting Odunze back, right? And then you get CD on top of it and Travion Henderson. We don't know exactly what Marv's going to be. So, yeah, I love that trade for you. All right, Jesus came in here, gave me a gift. So, Jesus, I'll get to your question. Or Jesus, as some would say. I don't know what you prefer to go by, Jesus Christ or Jesus. So, you decide for yourself. I'm just kidding, Jesus. I love you. All right. Thank you, Edgar, for the follow. Edgar, I don't see Jesus' question. Go ahead and drop it again. I'll get Edgar's question since he gave a follow. Breece Hall, Rachaad White, or Devontae Smith at flex. I have Genty and Warren at running back. I do like Rachaad White. I also like Breece Hall more. So I'm going Breece Hall for sure. Breece Hall is facing the Denver Broncos. I get it, maybe. But at the end of the day, Breece Hall is a very good running back. Thank you, Theresa, for the follow. Thank you, Tony All, for the follow. Appreciate you. Tony All, Dog C, what a dog. Wandell or Carter? I'm probably going Carter. I'm not big on Wandell, but the Giants do have to throw to somebody. I'm just not willing to take my risk on that, if that makes sense. And we got King Strawberries. Appreciate you giving me a gift. Let me get to your question. Strawberries. I'm looking for you, strawberries. They're very healthy for you, and they're red. This is not a sponsor of the show. Strawberries are grown in your backyard, possibly, if you live in the right places. Strawberries. Don't see your question. If you could drop it again. Jesus, I still don't see your question. Drop that again. Strawberries. Do you think Ja'Marr Chase will have a good game versus Packers? Yes, I do think he will. I don't think it's much of an upgrade with Joe Flacco. I still think it is an upgrade, though. All Browning was doing is throwing to Ja'Marr Chase, but he is a more competent quarterback. So in Ja'Marr Chase's case, I think he's going to be good, but I don't think he's going to be like a wide receiver one or anything. So I appreciate you coming in here asking that question. You guys are the best, man. All right, Jesus, I need to get to you because Jesus did give me a gift. And Jesus, I do not see your question still. And maybe I'm scrolling past it. It's pretty tough to see on here, so I appreciate you guys being patient. Thank you. Alex, I'll wait for you, Jesus. I'm sorry. You might just be gifting me, and I appreciate that. Alex, start Scat or Tracy? I still got Scat over Tracy if you have to pick one. I think he's proven himself. Miguel, trust Jayden Daniels for this week? Yes, I have him at number 2 quarterback of this week. Go ahead and put Jayden Daniels in your lineup. He's got a week under his belt. I think he's good. Worthy or Kelsey? If I had to pick one, I'm probably going Worthy for one more week. Then I might go Kelsey, considering Rashee Rice is coming back. But we'll see. Who knows? Maybe he has more of a role in this offense with Kelsey there. We don't know. Jock Quinn, thank you for the follow. Appreciate you. Jock Quinn, start Smith or Scatterbo on the flex tonight. Personally, I'm probably just have to go the running back, Scatterbo. Smith, you don't really know what's going to go on. You don't know if he's going to have a boom game, a bust game, and that's always frustrating. You might as well just go Scatterbo and hope for the best. I understand the Eagles have a very good defense, but I feel like he's going to have to get usage, right? Thank you. Go ahead and drop an emoji by your question if you did follow. That way you can get to your question a little bit quicker, guys, because I'm getting a lot of people who are following me. Thank you so much. So go ahead and drop an emoji by your question. George followed me, so I'll get to him. JCM, Kyren Williams, or Breece Hall. I got Breece Hall above them all. Actually, no, I don't. I have Kyren Williams above them all because guess what? Kyren Williams faces the Baltimore Ravens after this week. Maybe sell time on Kyren Williams if he has a good week. I like Blake Corum's usage coming in to this week. I think he's being used more. After this week, you might be able to sell Kyren as an RB1. I wouldn't keep him as an RB1 though. Wandell or Ridley? Listen, I understand, but I'm a Ridley believer, but I have to have more to see it. I go Wandell based on the matchup. Dowdle or Wandell? Probably going Dowdle. I like Dowdle's matchup. Start Herbert. Okay, thank you, Hayden. Devontae Smith or Waddle? I'm probably going Waddle for sure. Yes. And he waddled away. Waddle. For a Week 6 win for Miguel and everyone else. All right, so let's see what else we got. Adrian, thank you for the follow. Trade Pickens for Chase. I have CD too. That's an interesting one because I do think Pickens does keep his value a bit. This more than people think, but does it outweigh how much you're going to get for Chase plus having Chase back? I still think that Chase is much better. So I'm not quite there yet with Pickens. You're starting Vidal over Haskins. Personally, I am. But especially for this week with the tackles being out, that means that they're going to have to pass it short. And I think Vidal is going to be the guy there. Maybe I'm wrong. I've been wrong before, and that's okay. But you know who was right about the long shot? Kendrick Bourne did do well. All right, put the emoji. Buyer question. If you haven't, go ahead and give a follow. If you want to give a follow, go ahead and do that, and I can get to your question. But make sure to drop that emoji. Buyer question helps me get to it. Zippies asks, thank you for the follow, Zippies. Appreciate you, Zippies. Give us some dubs for Zippies. Zippies is the best. I like zippers. Start Wilson versus Surtain if you have to. It depends what you got there. And do we have any other emojis, buyer questions to let me know that you have followed? If you put an emoji buyer question, it lets me know who to get to. Thank you. Gux, DZZ, thank you. Start Smitty, Myers, or Shakir. So Smitty's facing the Giants tonight. Myers, I'm not liking Myers still. I have him in the same tier as Smith. And then Shakira, he just keeps doing Shakira things. So also depends on your game. So if you need a lot of points, go get Smitty in there. If you want a guy that maybe you can rely on a little bit more, maybe go Jacoby Myers. Either one of those. Shakir, not quite there yet with him. I think he's in a tier below them. So it is what it is. Let me know if you have any questions. If you have a question you follow, make sure to drop an emoji, buyer question. This helps me get to your question a little bit quicker. Thank you. Go ahead. Please do that and helps me get to your questions. Please, thank you. And thank you for all the followers and everybody doing this for me. Appreciate you. So drop an emoji, buyer question. Let me know. Okay, thank you. Dart or Mac Jones? Let's see what I got. I might go Dart. Over Mac Jones. So Mac Jones, we don't know if he's playing or not. As far as I know, tell me if I'm wrong. But I believe Brock Purdy is not out yet. So if that's the case, Jackson Dart will be playing from behind more likely than not. He'll get some rushing upside, which helps you a lot in fantasy. It gives you a high floor. So I would do that. Miguel, thank you for coming back here again. Appreciate you. London, Sutton, or Worthy? Drake London's just in a different tier than all those guys, so I go London. Despite matchups. Frankie Lopez, I appreciate you being mad at me. I see you dropped emojis though, so let me get to Frankie. Trade Amon-Ra, Jaylen Warren, and Xavier Worthy for Jonathan Taylor, Rashee Rice, and Jordan Addison. Okay, I like Amon-Ra for Jonathan Taylor. And then, yes, I like that trade a lot. Getting Rashee Rice, you're getting a wide receiver 1 automatically. But you're giving one of the top wide receivers in the NFL, but you're also getting somebody back in Rashee Rice who's going to be really good when he's coming back. And he's going to be fresh. He's a young guy. Kansas City seems to be throwing the ball more than usual, which is really good for us fantasy footballers. Pacheco or Tracy? I understand the sad eyes. I think you go Pacheco, but I'm not feeling great about it if I was you. But it is what it is. You got your team. You never know what happens. 6, 7. Wilson, Chase for Ibuka, Genti, and Pearsall. Wilson, Chase for Ibuka, Genti. If you need a running back, I think that's a fine pivot. Ibuka, really good wide receiver. Maybe not in my... I would say he's in the A to B tier. I wouldn't quite put him in the anywhere else. You're getting Genti back, though. I see him as better than Wilson, in my opinion, but not much better. And then you're getting Pearsall. I think that's a fine trade. So 6, 7. Appreciate you. Make sure you give a follow if you haven't already. If you do not give a follow and you drop a question, I might not get to it. So please go ahead and drop a follow. Make sure to drop an emoji by your question. Just helps me get to it. Thank you. Hunter Henry or Theo Johnson? I'm going Hunter Henry for sure. No doubt about it. You see this? I'm all for Big Blue, but I am not for Theo Johnson. I think he's a scam. He's every once in a while he does pretty well, but I don't see him coming in consistently. Jackson Dart doesn't like to go under center. He likes to go and the shotgun, which means you generally aren't going to have one or two tight ends out there. You're going to have more receivers out there, which does not bode well for the Giants. Morgan asks, start Hurts or Stafford? You got to go Hurts if you have Hurts, right? But let me go check. So I think I still have, I have Jalen Hurts still in the A tier. Go Jalen Hurts. Don't even think about that. Make sure to drop an emoji by your question if you haven't already. Please go ahead and do that. Make sure to drop that follow. It's really helpful to me. Make sure to give a like. All you have to do is tap that twice. Go ahead and tap that thing twice, and that helps me get some likes. Johnson, I see that you dropped a follow, but make sure you drop an emoji next time. Lets me know that you followed. It's a little bit easier to get to for your question, but that's fine. Start Mason Taylor over Goddard. That's a very good question. I personally am. I like Mason Taylor's upside with the New York Jets. I don't know who else they're really going to throw to. And honestly, Mason Taylor's a lot more talented than I think people realize. So go ahead and drop that emoji by your question. Please, if you did follow, dropping that emoji really helps me. Thank you, Angel. Bills or Philly defense? Man, I'm not going to lie to you. I do not like going through defenses. But the Philadelphia facing the Giants, I like those. I like those odds. Jack Hurd, Fannin, Judy, or Downs. Right? I do like Fannin this week, to be fair. I think Fannin's due. I think he has a great matchup against Pittsburgh, so that's one of my guys I'm starting, and I guess I have to stick by it if I say that. So A.J. Brown or Waddle. Okay, so Waddle, new wide receiver 1, and we have to really think about that now. A.J. Brown facing the Giants tonight. A.J. Brown's in the D tier, and then Waddle's in the D tier as well. I have Waddle 2 slots ahead of A.J. Brown. Now, take that for what you will. I mean, I don't know. You never know how this goes. But Waddle looks like he's facing... Oh, this is rest of season. I'm sorry. Let me go back and look at the matchups. I apologize for that. Okay, so I actually have A.J. Brown ahead of Waddle, I believe. No, I don't. I have Waddle still ahead. He's actually a tier above, considering he's facing the Chargers. Still a tough matchup. But the Chargers have kind of come loose a little bit, so we'll see. JCM or ETN this week? Personally, I'm going to ETN. I like ETN a lot. Jacksonville continues to run the ball. Guys, make sure to drop an emoji by your question if you haven't already. And that helps me get to your question a little bit quicker. So go ahead and do that. Drop an emoji by your question if you followed. So go ahead, drop that emoji. Put in the questions. I'll get to you as fast as possible. Dart, Purdy, or Tuda. I don't know if Purdy's playing, so I can't really say Purdy, but I would love to say Purdy. But since you have Dart in there and you have Tua, let's rank those. So Tua is... I have him slightly below Jackson Dart, probably because Jackson Dart plays the Eagles and will probably be down and use that rushing upside to his advantage. So I would probably play Jackson Dart if I had the choice, but not feeling too great about it, unfortunately. It's fortunate it plays Thursday night for you. Dowdle or Walker? Dowdle is a little bit lower than Walker. Walker faces Jacksonville, which is not a good matchup. Rico Dowdle faces the Dallas, so if he has another good matchup, look for maybe another 200 yards. I'm kidding. You're actually looking for 300 yards. Again, kidding. Please don't expect 300 yards from Rico Dowdle. Wan'Dale or Haskins? I'm probably going Wan'Dale. I'm not liking Haskins simply because I'm not sure if Haskins will be the starting back, and he does have a really good matchup. But honestly, if I'm picking, I know Wan'Dale might get more work, so I might go that route. Fabi, yes, I'm glad, Smiley Girl. Thank you so much for asking that question. Appreciate the follow. Hall or Dobbins? I would probably go Hall. I understand Dobbins probably has a better matchup, but Breece Hall just been a top end back this year. He's just proven it day in, day out. So appreciate you. Beeper, thank you for the rose. Beeper. Beep, beep, Beeper's in here. Beeper's in here. I need to go look at his question. Beeper's in here. I gotta ignore everyone since he gave me a rose. Sorry, followers. I'll get to your questions. Scadaboo or Marvin Harrison? Kyler's out. Kyler is officially out. I don't think it hurts him that much. I still go Marvin Harrison. So Kyler Murray is out. That means I have to change my lineups as well, which I actually might go get Jackson Dart right as we speak. So we might have a live look at me struggling to go get a player. So let me go do that while we're asking questions, because I want to make sure that I'm winning this week as well, guys. I understand I'm helping you guys, but this is tough for me. I have Kyler in the league. I have to start. Brock Purdy, not sure. I have Brock Purdy in that league, but we'll have to see. We'll just see how it goes. That's fine. We'll see. It's fine. It's fine. All right, let me get back to the emojis, guys. Somebody else send me a gift. Let me go look at that. I want to make sure I'm getting to the gift people. Wow. Thank you for sending gifts. I really don't expect it. Thank you so much. Ethan, appreciate you. Let me get to your question, Ethan. All right, Jamar and Scat Pack. I love it. For Josh Jacobs, I got Lamb, Sutton, QJ, and Rashee Rice. But just Judkins as my running back. I like Josh Jacobs more than Scadaboo for sure. If you can, I try to lower that price down to Sutton and Scat if you can. Or maybe QJ and Scat. It's going to be tough. I understand it, though. If you have to do Jamar, I think that's fine. You might be slightly technically losing that trade, but I do think you're getting a better player, to be fair. All right, let me drop an emoji by your question. It helps me get to your question. Thank you guys so much for doing that. I know a lot of you have been waiting. Just continue doing that, and I will get to it, I promise. Luke asks, thank you for dropping that. Follow Luke, Devontae, or Scadaboo. I'm personally going Scadaboo. I don't think the Eagles will be throwing that much. And if they do throw that much, then I will be completely wrong. And hopefully the Giants will win the game if they're throwing that much. Garrett Wilson or Marv. Personally, I'm going Garrett Wilson. Marvin Harrison now has Kyler Murray out. But even before that, Garrett Wilson just a better proven wide receiver. Even with bad talent at quarterback, he seems to get over it. Dowdle or Scadaboo. I'm probably going Dowdle. Dowdle face in Dallas. Dowdle in Dallas is going to be incredible. He's going for not 200, 300, but 400 yards this week. I'm just kidding. Don't expect 400 yards from Dowdle, all right? But do expect a pretty good game, okay? All right, let's make sure you're dropping an emoji by your question. It helps me get to your question, guys. Thank you so much for coming in here. This is Fantasy Football for Dummies. We are here almost every Thursday, every Saturday, every Sunday, every Monday, and every Tuesday before the waiver wire hits. And it helps me out if you could go ahead and give a follow. And if you could put a question in there to help me out. Strawberries. Oh, my goodness. Thank you, Strawberries, for the rose. Let me go see what you're doing over there. Strawberries. They're very healthy for you, but they are not a sponsor of this channel. So, unfortunately, you'll have to grow them yourselves, and I cannot give you any free strawberries, guys. Maybe one day I can get free strawberries for everybody, get like a farmer's market involved. That would be pretty great, right? All right, Strawberries just dropped a rose. Looks like she didn't even drop a question. Thank you. Guys, make sure to drop a question with an emoji, okay? Put an emoji by your question, at the end of your question, preferably. This helps me get to your question a little bit quicker to let me know you followed, because I got a lot of people following right now. Who should I start for flex, TreVeyon Henderson or Wan'Dale Robinson? I got TreVeyon Henderson. I like him as a pretty good back. Antonio Gibson goes down, and I don't think Ramondre Stevenson keeps that backfield for that long. Rami, thank you for the rose. Let me get to you. Rami, what is your question, Rami? Appreciate you. Rami. Flowers for Metcalf with a smiley emoji. I'm probably going Zay Flowers. Zay Flowers is more a buy low. Metcalf's more of a sell high. Metcalf doesn't get as many targets. Zay Flowers has been when Lamar Jackson's in the game. They seem to be targeting him down the field. Has a lot of air yards per target. I like that stat for him. CX Bozo, Walker, Montgomery, or Dowdle? All right, that's a good question. Straight to the point. Appreciate you, Bozo. You're not a Bozo, though. All right, don't let your friends tell you that. It's Dowdle. I would be starting over all those. Dowdle's facing Dallas. We have to remember that. He's not the rest of the season that good, but this week he's going to be that good. Ladder, Trey Tucker. Ooh, I like Lad, honestly, Ethan. I don't even know why that's a question. I'll go Lad. I understand why. It's because he's underperformed, but at the end of the day, Lad, I think, has still scored more points than Tucker if you minus the 1-3 touchdown game, which was a complete anomaly. I don't think it's going to happen again. Michael Carter or Monty? Now, that's a good question. Let me go over here. Michael Carter, I have at like around 21-ish. And then I have Monty. Yeah, he's in the F tier, so he's not quite as high. So I had to go Michael Carter. Michael Carter's facing Indianapolis. I understand that, but he's getting all the work, it seems. And DeMercado's not getting anything. Did you see that fumble? That was crazy. Guys, do not drop the ball at the goal line. Should I... Strawberry, thank you. Appreciate you so much with the strawberry emojis. And remember, strawberries... You can be a sponsor of this show if you want to sell strawberries to me. That's fine. But I do not have a sponsor for strawberries yet. Okay? You may not be the first one. Should I start Derrick Henry versus Rams? I think that's a fine play. The Rams have a good defense. I get it. Derrick Henry hasn't been good. I get it. But at the end of the day, you got Derrick Henry pretty high up in the draft. You probably don't have many other running back options to go to unless you have Dowdle, unless you have Mason, unless you have... some of these other backs that are maybe Javonte Williams that were a little bit better than what you were thinking, but I still have them above like Scadaboo and JCM and all these other guys. Should I? Okay, let's drop an emoji. Buy your question if you have a question. Make sure to go ahead and drop a follow if you have not already. Dropping a follow and dropping emoji gets your questions answered as quickly as possible for the Fantasy Football Dummy to give you advice to win for this week. Thank you. Let's see. All right, Felipe, thank you. Brandon, appreciate you smiling at me for that. Yeah, I'm getting a little bit better with this, talking a little faster. Ioannor or Bourne or Flournoy? That's a good question. So if Lamb is out too, we have to think about that. If Lamb is out, I think Flournoy is a good option. Bourne, I think, is a good option if Mac Jones is out. But you also have Ricky Pearsall, who's questionable. So there's a lot of moving parts. But if all things considered... if Brock Purdy's out and Juwan Jennings is out again and Pearsall's out again, go Bourne. If CeeDee Lamb is out and Bourne has all those guys playing, go Flournoy. I'm not as big on Ioannor, but I guess if CeeDee Lamb's playing and Bourne has everything against him, then go Ioannor. So I hope you got that. I hope you're taking notes there because that was a lot. Brandon, thank you for laughing at me. Start Mason Taylor or Theo Johnson. Good question, but there's a lot of reasons why I like Mason Taylor more. He's getting more targets. He's the younger guy. He hasn't been established in the offense yet, whereas Theo Johnson has, and it doesn't seem he's really been doing anything with that establishment. Mason Taylor is screaming at you to start him compared to Theo Johnson, in my opinion. I could be wrong, but posts Riffy. Start 2, Golden, Bourne, Ridley, Moore, and Vidal. Okay. Don't hate me. But I'm probably going to go... I'll probably go in Bourne if all those factors what I was explaining before. And Vidal. If not, I'm probably just going Golden and Vidal. I'm not liking DJ Moore that much. I want to sit him on my bench until I see more. He's just not that exciting. I understand he gets points sometimes, but can I ask a question? Tay, you can ask a question. Make sure to drop an emoji. By your question, you can drop the question. Thank you. Okay, thanks, bro. You're the best. Appreciate you, Brandon. All right, let's go, Brandon. I didn't mean it like that. I kind of did. I did it to be funny, though. All right. Make sure to drop an emoji by your question. We have somebody who said they were going to ask me a question, and then they just left. So appreciate you guys coming in here. Make sure to drop an emoji by your question. This helps me get to your question. Go ahead and do that for me right now. Alex, Dobbs or Henderson at the flex? Dobbs, I understand. They have a high over-under. Who else are they going to throw to in the red zone other than Dobbs, it seems like? He's just got a bunch of red zone targets, but no other yards to go with, so it's going to be hit or miss with him. And then Henderson, I like a lot, so I'm personally going TreVeyon Henderson. But I understand if you went Dobbs, I mean, this would be the time to play Dobbs when he has a high over-under. Highest implied team total of the week. Bride or Warren, appreciate you coming in here. I think you just have to go McBride. I do love Warren, but McBride's number one tight end. You know what I mean? You just have to. Even with a backup in there, I think they still throw to him. And Caesar, thank you for dropping those emojis. Thank you for a follow. Should I start Ladd McConkey or Devontae Smith? I got Ladd McConkey above Devontae Smith. I think With their tackles out, they're going to have to throw it a little bit shorter than usual. It's going to be a lot of PPR points for you. Okay, Tilter, thank you. Tilter says Vidal and Kincaid or Drake London. For Drake London? Yes. If you're getting Drake London out of that, for sure. Or just play Drake London. I got Drake London all day, every day, twice on Sunday. Right? Oh my gosh, we got Hutch coming with the Halloween knives. My goodness. He came in really violently. Hutch. Let me get to Hutch and I'll get to who gave me the short stack, okay? Thank you for the gift. I appreciate the gift. Ray Rice or OJ Simpson? Guys, we can't do this. We can't do this. Ray Rice or OJ Simpson? Are you kidding me? I mean, Ray Rice, that was a pretty bad video. But, I mean, OJ Simpson, allegedly, I should add, did kill somebody. So I'd probably go... who would you go with, Hutch? That's what I want to know. Short Stack, thank you for coming in here. Thank you for giving me a gift. Short Stack, let me see what you got over here. That was a good question. Thank you. If you want your questions answered, please go ahead and drop those emojis by your question. Short Stack, I want you to please, if you could, go ahead and drop another emoji by your question so I can get to you a little bit faster. Drake or Caleb Williams? I got Drake. Drake May this week. I like Drake May a lot. So, short stack. I'm looking for you. Giants beating Eagles 44-14. Remember this. Hi says, all right, hi. I'm remembering. Short stack, I'm looking for you. Short stack, if you're giving me gifts, thanks. Appreciate you so much. Cam Scat. Sorry, is this Joe Rogan on here? Oh no, it's B Rogan. It's probably like a Ben Rogan or something. Cam Scat and Kamara for Derrick Henry. I personally have I'm not big on Scat. Giants are gonna be down. I don't think they're gonna run the ball a ton. Tracy gets a lot of passing down work. He's all right in the passing down work, but he's not that great of a blocker. So I don't see him staying in there all that much. He just doesn't read the blitzes very well. When he does block, he does well. I can't say that. And Kamara for Derrick Henry. I personally I think I don't want to say this wrong, but I would probably keep those two. And I could be wrong. So, because at the end of the day, all those guys have questions. And if you have two of the question guys, I mean, it's more likely one of those hits than the other one. Thank you. AJ Brown or Waddle, Debo, Pittman. I probably go Waddle over AJ Brown this week. You look like Max Fried. I do not look like Max. Do not tell me that, please. I do not look like Max Fried. What is... Oh my God, not to look at Max Fried. I'm not happy about this. I am not happy about this. Chat, do you think I look like Max Fried? Please tell me I don't. I'll throw this glass left-handed if someone tells me I look like Max Fried again. Dak or Love? I'm probably going... Who does Green Bay face again? I know the Cowboys have Carolina, so I probably have to go Dak in that case. Oh, maybe not. Love has the highest implied team total, so we got Love. Sorry about that. All right, trade away BTJ or... for Kamara, I'm probably keeping BTJ, to be honest. Kamara is just as bad in my opinion. 6'7". Tilter. Quentin Johnston or Chase Brown. I got Quentin Johnston. Give me Quentin Johnston all day. Appreciate you though. BTJ or Wandell. I'm so sorry you have to make this decision, but I'm going BTJ. I'm so sorry. So sorry. All right. Anybody? Love at Bengals. Yeah. Thank you. Appreciate you coming in here and telling me that. You guys are the best, man. I got the best community out here. Just to let you know, Start D Smitty Ray asks. Ray, appreciate the follow. Thank you for dropping an emoji. Let everybody know about Ray because Mr. Ray is cray for ETN because ETN's going to be better than D Smitty this week. All right? He's going to be Eaton. Okay, that's how you spell Eaton, with ETN. All right? Appreciate you. Drop an emoji by your question if you haven't already. Goes a bear. Appreciate you. I give Warren, Hollywood, and Gainwell. I get Achane and Sutton. I give Warren, Hollywood, and Gainwell. See, like, what if I don't? I keep getting stuff where it's like, you want to join this live? No, I want to be on my own live, right? Give Warren, Hollywood, and Gainwell. I get Achane. Yes, win. Do it now. Go get Achane, man. And Sutton. I would have done that for just Sutton, and Sutton's the back end of that deal. Great trade. All right, A.J. Brown or Waddle / Debo / Pittman. I'd probably going Waddle, but I wouldn't mind Debo as well. I'd probably actually go Debo above Waddle, so personally, if I'm picking who I'm playing. No! You guys are all right. You survived. It was the great crash of 2025. Not the Wall Street crash, but the phone crash. All right. Drop an emoji by your question in as fast as you can so I can get to your question as fast as I possibly can, boys and girls. Thank you so much for coming in here. You guys are the best community out there, and I appreciate you guys coming in here, giving me follows, giving me likes, giving me everything I need right now. Ooh, I got an L. I got an L with an emoji. Interesting. Am I a dub or an L? I traded a Monra for Olave, Addison, and Bill, trying to save 0-5 season. W or L? Chris, you could have gotten more. But, we've been wrong before. I've made a great trade before, and the guy tore his ACL the next day. So, supposedly made a good trade, I guess I should say. Because all those players ended up doing well. Personally, I wouldn't have done that, but that's okay. That's okay. Start to ETN, Henderson, and Henry. I'm probably going ETN. I'm probably going Henderson. Don't even think about that. Oh, Derrick Henry? ETN and Derrick Henry, probably. Or if it's Hunter Henry, I'd go Travion Henderson. Good question, though, because I understand you're worried about Derrick Henry. Thank you, Alex. Thanks for coming in here. Alex, drop the follow. Why don't you, if you can, please go ahead, drop a follow. If you have the capability to do so, you should, because the follow button's right. I think it's at the top. It could be at the bottom, but go ahead and give me that follow. If you have the capability to give a like, that's tapping twice. Go ahead and do that. And on the YouTube, if you can go on YouTube and watch me, that's great. I don't have many people on the YouTube right now watching me, so it would be great if you go ahead and do that. Thank you. I have an emoji. Adams or Pickens. I already have Igbuka in. Adams or Pickens? I probably got Adams. Thank you very much. Adams is a pretty darn good wide receiver. Pickens, I have a little bit lower. I don't know. I'm just not that big on Pickens, to be honest with you. You know what? No, I don't. I have Pickens way above him. It was just because I was looking the other way. I forgot Pickens is playing Carolina. Play Pickens over Adams. Sorry about that. Appreciate you guys. Thank you for coming in here. Give me 1 second. I'll be right back, boys and girls. man. I am so sorry about that, boys and girls. But boys and girls, No! We are back. We are live. We in here. We got the Giants game coming up. 20 minutes, baby. We'll see what happens. We got the Eagles coming up. Eagles are... I'm starting to get to that point where I'm blinded by my own positivity, thinking that the Giants might win. Appreciate you. Make sure to drop an emoji by your question if you haven't already. Barkley over 14.5 receiving yards. Not sure about receiving yards. I think they're going to be running the ball, but I do think Jalen Hurts will check down, so I think that would be good. I'm not a big bettor, so make sure to drop an emoji by your question. If you followed and you want your questions answered about your fantasy football teams, go ahead and do that, please, if you have not already. Appreciate you guys coming in here. You guys are the best community out there. Thank you for that. Vincent, thank you for the rose. Appreciate you. Vincent, let me get to your question. That might be Vincent Lombardi in here. Thank you, Vincent. It's actually Vincent Wong NG. That's NG means not good. I'm just kidding, Vincent. Scat or Pollard? I'm probably going Scat over Pollard. Still, I'm not loving Scataboo against this Eagles defense. They're not going to be running the ball that much. Tyron Tracy's back. He'll take some of that passing work. I think he's better at recognizing those blitzes of being a pass blocker. But I still think they have to try to use Scataboo because who else are they going to use? So I still think he's involved, just not as much as what you're used to probably. Go ahead and drop an emoji by your question, please. This helps me get to your question as fast as possible. I see a lot of people on here. My GOAT! Mod Pod, thank you for coming in here. Not thank me, thank you, all right? I want to thank you for your service, Mod Pod. I need to get on your pod. Is it about mods? DK or Myers? I'm not loving it, but I probably go DK. I just don't like Myers that much. But at the same time, DK's just super talented. I have him as a sell high, but at the end of the day, he's a super talented wide receiver that you have on your team. You might as well use him. Okay, and we have another one. Dobbs or Dowdle in the flex. Listen, Dowdle facing Carolina this week. He had 200 yards last week. He is in Carolina. Sorry, he is Carolina. He's facing Dallas this week. It's a revenge game. And I don't know. Dobbs is not always going to get 3 touchdowns every game. That's the only thing you can rely upon on him. He doesn't get that many yards. It's just touchdowns. They have the highest implied team total this week, but I'm still not loving it. I still like Dowdle a lot more. If you can go for the yards for the same amount of points as touchdowns, you always do that because it's more consistent. All right, appreciate you, Tilter. Tilted Towers, thank you for giving me that like. Trade Breece away for London and Jordan Mason. Trade Breece away for London and Jordan Mason. I have Javonte, Judkins, and Genty. You have the 3 J's, JJJ, and then you're going to have another one with Jordan Mason because you're going to do that trade. I do like Breece Hall a lot, but Drake London I do like as well, and then you're getting Jordan Mason on top of it. You're basically just getting a backup there, and I love that trade for you. That's fine getting that backup because London, if you need to pivot to get a wide receiver, that's a good pivot. It's a very good pivot. Breece, Judkins, Scataboo, start 2 this week. I'm the Scat Man. Probably got Breece, and then I have Judkins, almost certainly. And just not like it's Scataboo tonight. I don't think they'll use him a ton. They're going to be down in the game. They'll try to, for sure, but at the end of the day, they're probably going to be down by a couple scores by the time we get to the second half. Scat, Michael Carter or Keenan Allen. I have Michael Carter above Scat, but Keenan Allen also pretty decently high. He's in my D tier, so I probably got Keenan Allen above both of those. I think they're going to be throwing to the slot a lot. It's a lot of check downs for the Chargers, so I'm looking at Vidal, looking at Keenan, looking at Ladd McConkey. Next up, I have All right, make sure to drop an emoji by your question. This helps me get to your question as quickly as possible. If you haven't already, make sure to give a follow. Make sure to subscribe. Make sure to like. Make sure to do all the stuff. If you have usable fingers, go ahead, tap that button. Tap your screen twice. That helps me get some likes, helps my live get out there to more people. I appreciate the rose. Goes a bear, I think that was, who gave me the rose. Goes a bears. Let me see what you got as a question, Goes a bear. Goes a bear. I don't see your question. You gotta put it in a question. Mike, appreciate the rose. Thank you so much, guys. I'm gonna get to Mike's question and Goes a Bear's question as fast as possible. Mike, Hunter Henry or Harold Fannin? I think most experts would probably tell you Hunter Henry, and Hunter Henry normally would be a good play, but the Pittsburgh Steelers up the most yards to tight ends, and Harold Fannin usually is in the flex, so I'd usually go with him. Crash Out 3, thank you for the gifts. Crash Out 3, appreciate you coming in here, giving me gifts. I'm more than happy with it. I don't expect it. Thank you so much. And Bratz Talk, thank you so much. I have so many people giving gifts. Jerry giving gifts. All right, I'm going to have to try to get to all of you. Thank you. It's going to be tough, but I'll do it. I'll do it for the fame. Do it for the Riz. ABJ or over Pittman. ABJ. Antonio Brown Jr. Sorry, you're talking about Harrison? Yeah, I think you're talking about Harrison. I would go Harrison over Pittman still. Goes a bear. Let me get and crash out. Quentin Johnston or Devontae Adams. I got Devontae Adams over Quentin Johnston, but I do like Quentin Johnston. Goes a bear. I gave him Warren. He gives me Achane. I have Kincaid. Gives me Achane. Yes, do that. That's a very good trade. Incredible trade, actually. Jerry, Dowdle or Scat? I got Dowdle for sure. Dowdle, just a better matchup in general. Normally, Scat, rest of season, I go Scataboo. So, Max, trade Ferg for Waddle. I have McBride. Do it? Yes, I think that's a good trade. Love the Jalen Hyatt jersey, Woody. Appreciate you knowing it. Honestly, I don't know how you knew it because most people think this is an Odell Beckham jersey. Because we need Jalen Hyatt. We have to have Jalen Hyatt here at the beating the Eagles. We got to somehow have him run fly routes every time, and then somehow the Eagles defenders have to fall down or get a fast interference. I don't see how else we win this game. But it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. I'm okay. It's fine, guys. All right, please drop an emoji by your question. It helps me get to your question as fast as possible. If you haven't already, go ahead, double tap that screen twice. This helps bring my live out there to more people. It helps get me more engagement. If you could do that already, it's for free. It's no problem. Puka for JSN and London. And you have a cry emoji, I understand. But that, if you are to trade Puka, I think it's a good trade. If you don't want to, I get it. You keep Puka. Puka's the number one player in fantasy right now. I have him ranked as such. Trade Swift for Nico. I trade Swift for Nico in a heartbeat. But Alfred, at the end of the day, you're not going to get a better deal than that. You're getting two solid wide receivers. JSN and London. JSN is in my top 5 wide receivers. London is in my top 10 for the rest of the season. I don't know exactly where I have them ranked, but they're somewhere in there. I hope Bo gets more opportunities. So here's my issue with the Giants is they keep putting these guys out there that these young receivers that don't know what they're doing. They just need, or like, remember when we had, what's his name? The guy on the Bills, Isaiah Hodgkins. I mean, he wasn't great, but he was okay. He was competent. He knew what routes to run, and he could catch the ball in the red zone. He knew how to get open. That's all we need. That is all we need. I like Bo Collins, but he might be just a year project for now. And then Jalen Hyatt, I'm going to be honest, I'm out on, but we'll see. And Paris Campbell. Yeah. Yeah, Woody, I appreciate you. I appreciate talking Giants with you. I'm going to try to get to some fantasy football questions too, though, since I have this live up. But, oh my goodness, yeah, I could talk Giants all day. Appreciate you. Make sure to drop an emoji by your question. Make sure to give a follow if you drop that emoji. Make sure to double tap that screen if you haven't already. This helps me get my live out to everybody. And so it helps me to get more followers, helps me to end up getting more and more videos out there, the more followers I get. So please go ahead and do that. Thank you. Drop an emoji by your question so I can answer your question and I will get to it. Yeah, I love football, but Kincaid or Judy at the flex? I love football too, honestly. Appreciate you, PG Network. All right. Keep it PG out there. Kincaid or Judy at the flex? That's a tough one because Kincaid has a tough matchup, but at the end of the day, Kincaid is with Josh Allen. So, but I always say you want to go with the you always want to go with the running backs or wide receivers at the flex spot usually, and that's what I'm going to stick with. I'm going to go Judy. He's going to get some work. He has to, right? Guys, go ahead and drop an emoji by your question. It helps me get to your question. Thank you so much, Guy. Listen, salute to you. Thank you. I know that's not a real salute, but, you know, it is what it is. It is what it is. Is what it is, baby. All right. Thank you. Njoku or Goddard? I'm probably going Njoku with the matchup, but I wouldn't blame you if you went Goddard. So, yeah, they're neck and neck. I got Njoku barely ahead. Do I keep Scadaboo? Yes, you keep Scadaboo. Try not to put in your lineup, though. Judkins or Rashad White? That's an interesting one because I love me some Quinshon Judkins, but Rashad White has the opportunity there. I go Quinshon Judkins. And my ranks say as such. Thoughts on Cade Otton? I think it's interesting that he did well, but a lot of people are kind of out on him. I mean, if Godwin's not going to do anything and Mike Evans isn't back yet, then maybe they use Otton. So I think he's interesting play. I'm not going to rank him highly until I see other people do because I'm not honed in on him. I'm not going to be as bold as saying Otton's the tight end one. But if you have a speculative play to see how he does, you have a roster, you have a tight end spot open. I mean, go for it. Why as well? AJ Brown or DK Metcalf? Cry emoji. I'm sorry. I'm sorry to do this to you. But I would go. Looks like I would go AJ Brown. And that's exactly how I'm saying it. AJ Brown. Because I'm not feeling good about it, but I think you have to. He just gets more targets than him, and I don't see DK scoring every single game. Rico, AJ Brown, I got Rico. Almost game time tilter. Should we start Wan'Dale? Listen, don't tell me this close to the game time, because listen, I would tell you start Wan'Dale. I will, because I get crazy about the Giants. I love the Giants. I want nothing more than the Giants to just absolutely annihilate the Eagles. And honestly, I'd be happy with losing the rest of my games if we could just do that tonight. So in short, yes, start Wan'Dale. Eli Manning is in the chat, baby. Eli, appreciate you coming back in here. Dowdle or Judkins? I got Rico. Dowdle, I believe. Better matchup. And he proved it last week. Like, he can do well against matchups. So, I'm going Rico Dowdle. We'll see, though. I don't know for sure. But he's got the best matchup there can be this week. Should I start Judkins or Kroski? Probably start Judkins for sure. For sure. But I understand. Kroski had a good game. Smith or Ladd need now. Do Ladd. Do not do... I don't believe in Devontae Smith that much. He's big hit or miss guy. If you're looking for, like... You want a guy to get 40 points, then get Smith. But if you also risk not getting 40 points, so go Ladd, in my opinion. What, Myers or Wan'Dale? I got Myers slightly ahead. Breece or Dobbins? I got Breece Hall above J.K. Dobbins. Dominic Smith or Waller at the flex. I gotta go Dom Smith over Waller, but I'm not feeling great about that. Kareem Hunt or Haskins? Personally, I'm going Kareem Hunt. I actually really like Kareem Hunt this week. Theo or Njoku? I got Njoku above Theo. Wilson or Debo? I probably got Debo Samuel above Wilson. Guys, if you could drop an emoji by your question, helps me get to your question a little bit faster. It's starting to get a little bit fast, so if you drop that emoji, it helps me get to it a little bit faster. Please do that. Since Carter is out for the Eagles, is it smart to start Scat? I mean, Jalen Carter isn't the whole Eagles defense. They'll still be good, but it depends. Who, or you got Ladd. Sorry, thank you, Cole, for putting that. I'd probably still go Ladd. I mean, there's both the tackles are out for the Chargers. I just believe in Ladd a little bit more in that case. You know what? I'm getting crazy because it's close to game time, baby, but I'm going Scadaboo. They have to use Scadaboo. There's no other player they're going to use because he's great. Goddard or Tunges? I got Goddard. Guys, don't make me do this. I'm going to go crazy for the Giants if you give me Giants questions. I'm basically going all Giants. Unless it's absolutely insane. I get CD and T for Judkins and Rice. No, I don't do it. Believe it or not, I like Judkins and Rice in that deal. CD coming back from the hamstring. We don't know exactly what that looks like. But I get it if you want to do that. And then T. Higgins will be better. So, guys, I'm getting crazy about the Giants. Give me Giants questions, baby. Don't do it. I'm just kidding. Don't do it. Scadaboo, Judkins, Henry, White, pick 2. Judkins, and go Scadaboo! Do Scadaboo! He's going to run people over tonight. It's going to be fun for you to watch. All right, which 3 should I start? Breece Hall, Rachaad White, Bill, or Dowdle, assuming Chuba don't play. Dowdle, I assume Chuba's not playing. Benaya and Rachaad White I like as well, and Breece Hall. You got to set Bill in this case. I do like Bill the rest of the season, though. Start Theo Johnson. Don't tell me don't. Kelsey or Theo Johnson. That's insane. Should I say Theo Johnson? I'm 50-50 on it. It's your call. Do you want to watch a Thursday night game and root for somebody? Do it. Why not? Live! That says live. Scadaboo or ETN? All right, I gotta go ETN. I can't do that to myself. I'm not that far. I'm not that far off, okay? Theo Johnson or Njoku, please don't do it to me. I like Njoku a lot. Theo Johnson or Mark Andrews. Ethan, go Theo. I hate Mark Andrews. Hate's a strong word, but I do not like Mark Andrews. Go Theo Johnson. Shoot, that was good timing. That was good time to get a Monty or Scat. Go Scat, baby. All right? He's the Scat man. Have you ever heard that song? If you have not, this is the greatest song of all time. The greatest song of all time. Should I start Wall? I assume you meant Waddle over Thomas? Yes, you should. You should. I think so. For sure. I'm the Scat Man. All right, you ready? You guys aren't ready for this. But this is easily Theo. I'm the Scat Man. Scadaboo over Rachaad White. Do it. Live. Should I start Waddle over Tua? Wait, what? Superflex. I still go Tua. Traded K9 for Waddle. Thoughts? I think that's a good one. That's a great one. Brandon, let's go. Let's get some roses for the Giants in here, baby. They need some luck, baby. We need it tonight. We're facing the former Super Bowl champions of 2024. Devontae Smith, I don't like him because you know what? He's facing the Giants who have a terrible secondary, but tonight they figure it out, Vincenzo. They figure it out. All right, should I start Dart over Mahomes or Mahomes over Dart? Start Mahomes. Wan'Dale Robinson or MHJ. Please don't make me go there. I'll go MHJ all day, even with Kyler out. I would still do that. All right, Rico Dowdle or A.J. Brown. Rico Dowdle. K9 or Michael Carter. I gotta go K9. But it's close. I'll give you that to you. Jordan Love or Jackson Dart. Dude, don't do it to me. Don't do it. Don't make me say Jackson Dart there. It's Jordan Love. Two-turn. I'm too-turn for this. You gotta turn up, baby. Carter or Chase Brown. Give me Chase Brown. I like the two-turn. Appreciate you coming in with the follow. Guys, if you haven't followed already, if you haven't dropped an emoji already, please do that. If you can double tap the screen, that helps me get this out there to a bunch of people. If we can do that right before game time so I can get more people advice, that would be great. Thanks, Nate, Don, appreciate you. Trade Olave for Higgins. Good trade? I think that's a pretty good trade, actually. So good job there. Sean Jacob, Jawan for Theo, Mason, Taylor, Engram, Barber, or keep Johnson. I would drop Jawan for... I have to... It's asking if I'm a real person on TikTok. Okay. I dropped Jawan for Mason Taylor. Personally, I traded Igbokwe for Chase. W or L? W. Dubs in the chat. Dubs in the chat, baby. Can we get some dubs in the chat for Sean, please? Sean needs some dubs in the chat. You know who else needs it? Wandell, because you're flexing Wandell tonight. And go Giants, baby. Get me out of here. My face is all close up on YouTube. I didn't realize it. I gotta, like, do this in order for it to back out. No. Back out. Not zoom in. No. Back out. Back out. Back out. No, not in. Whatever, I'm just going to dance. Derrick Henry or JMO at the flex. Got Derrick Henry. Pickens or Olave. Got Pickens for sure. Tunges or Taylor. Got Taylor. Those are... I think that's a simple one, but I understand it's not simple for everybody. And honestly, it could be wrong easily. Very easily wrong, so I shouldn't say it like that. All right, I got to zoom out on this thing real quick. If this could zoom out. Please zoom out. Zoom out. Come on. I don't want my face close up. Thank you. Still not good, but it's better than it was. No. Okay. Come on. There we go. Hannah, thank you for the follow. Appreciate you. Wandell or Higgins. I probably got T. Higgins over Wandell with Joe Flacco in there. I think it's a little bit better for him, but I do like Wandell Robinson, and I do like the Scat Man in this game. Not that much, but just a little bit. Ever since I listened to that song, all I can think about is Camp Scatterboo. Should I keep Turpin after CD comes back? No, I think Turpin's not really worth it. Once CD comes back. Would you trade Derrick Henry for HN? Yes, I would. Start AJ Brown or Dowdle. I got Dowdle or AJ Brown for sure. Make sure to drop an emoji by your question. It helps me get to your question a little bit quicker, guys. If you can go ahead and do that. If you have any questions, we have 4 minutes till game time until the Giants are possibly going to be the Philadelphia Eagles. And the greatest upset of the century will happen tonight. It's going to be insane. Hunter Henry, Waller, or Kelsey. I probably got Hunter Henry above them all. Njoku or Taylor. I think I got Taylor or Njoku, but based on matchup, I do like Taylor a lot though. Aiden, thank you for going ahead and giving an emoji. Flex, QJ, JK, Dowdle, or Rashad White. I think of all of those, I have Dowdle above all of those. So Aiden, I would go Rico Dowdle. So appreciate you coming in here, dropping an emoji. Thank you for making sure to double tap, making sure to go ahead and give that follow. Appreciate you doing that for me, Aiden. Let's give it up for Avon Dubs for Aiden. All right. Do I put Waller or Kelsey at the flex over Samuel? No. Samuel put in, okay? Thank you for going ahead and do that, Aiden. Make sure to, guys, if you haven't already, make sure you're living. Make sure to double tap. If you double tap, that helps me get my content out there to a bunch of other people. So I appreciate you doing that. Make sure if you're putting emoji by your question. If you haven't already, put that emoji by your question, please. And I can get to your question as fast as I possibly can. Jamar Chase and Scat Pack for JT. I got Lamb. Yes, good trade. I like that for Jonathan Taylor. Ethan, I think that's great. Good job. JCM or Olave at the flex. I got JCM. I don't like Olave that much. He proved it against the Giants, even in a good matchup. It seemed like they couldn't really do anything with him. So JCM I like a little bit more, especially the rest of the season. Give Kamara and Ladd for Judkins. On the surface, I don't like it, but once I think about it more, I think Judkins is the better get there. But I appreciate you coming in there. I'm just worried Ladd will come out and do well. Adam23, thank you for the follow. Shemet, thank you for the follow. Doing some shimmies in here for Shemet. Thank you. Saquon for London and Hall. I would not do that. Start Tucker Kraft and Travis Etienne. I'd go Travis Etienne, but I like Tucker Kraft if you can play him at tight end. If you can't, then that's fine. Robert, thank you for giving me a follow. If you could put your question in here with with an emoji. It helps me get to your question as fast as I possibly can. We got 2 minutes until game time. I'll be off the live in 2 minutes. So thank you guys so much for giving me support. Start three: Wilson, Igbuka, Adunze, Waddle. I probably go Waddle, Adunze, and Igbuka. Henry or Taylor. I probably got Taylor. Should I start Scat Pack? Start Scat Abu. All right? That's what we should be doing. Eli, what are we talking about? Or Elite NC. North Carolina's elite, but so are the Giants. Sometimes. Never, ever, possibly in their lifetimes. Thank you, G Noodle. Appreciate you coming in here. Trade away Rome and Bijan for Lamb and Cook. I'm probably for Lamb and Cook. Rome and Bijan for Lamb and Cook. I wouldn't do that. I like Bijan. What do you think Waddle's value is worth now that Tyree? I think Waddle is a wide receiver too now, like bona fide. Like he's in there now. Like you want Waddle on your team if you could trade for him, because a lot of people still see Waddle as like a guy to get rid of, just because they have that premonition and haven't changed their own bias yet. So they just don't know yet. A lot of times they do know, but they haven't changed their minds on it until he starts scoring more points, which he's only done for 1 week. Start Debo? Yes, start Debo. I got him as number 8 wide receiver for this week. There's not many people I'm starting over Debo. So, in short, he's a wide receiver 1. So, I wouldn't do that. Thank you, Learning Money, for giving me the like. Guys, the Giants are now playing. I need to watch the Giants. I appreciate you guys coming in here and hanging out. We'll see who's cooking this week, who's cooking tonight. We'll see who is cooked, too. It could be Scatterboo for all we know. It could be Jackson Dart for all we know. It could be Jalen Hurts. So, we'll get to that after the game tonight. Please make sure you're continuing to get on the lives. Thank you for coming in here first. I'm going to make sure to join the Discord community. I have the best community out there. If you haven't already, I'm on YouTube as well, and I'm trying to get more on YouTube, doing lives on YouTube, including now. If you can get on there, support me, that would be great. I want to thank you guys so much. GOAT, thank you, Ty Gray. You're actually the GOAT. Thank you so much. Guys, make sure you're enjoying football tonight. Good luck in week 6. And I'll be there with you along the way. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Shemet. Shimmy on him, Shemet. Tiger, make sure you got the eye of the tiger. You guys got this, baby. There's no reason you don't.